happens to be my second cousin, unbeknownst to me. I only met her a couple of years ago. Thank you. And she's a novelist. She's a wonderful writer. She has a site, www.lorettaSuper.com. If you care to look her up, she's very good. I am going to read about 20 minutes of this show. I thank you all for staying over and giving me the opportunity to, you are my first, this is the first time I've read it for anybody except my two cats. One of them doesn't listen. She'd rather sit at my lap and purr. The other one walks on me. So this is, you are sitting in on a reading. It is the beginning of the development of this character. It is the beginning of the development of this show. It is the beginning of the process. And I'm very grateful to be able to share it with you. I'm going to take about 60 seconds. I want to just talk to you in my voice. And then I'm going to go over and sit quietly for a second, and then I will come up. Ordinarily, in the reading, there's a moderator, say, here at the table, and they will read the stage direction. What I'm doing now, there really is no stage direction. I will just set the scene, and that Geronimo is walking on stage, the darkened stage, to the cries of warriors screaming up in the rocks. They're kind of scary cries. They're whooping and hollering. That, the rest of it is kind of self-explanatory. So if you will give me 60 seconds, I will get this on the road. Thank you. Pay no attention to the war cries. It's just my men letting off a little steam. You see, after much talk and smoking of cigarettes, I have decided to surrender to Lieutenant Gatewood and his men. I'm sitting as close to my good friend, the lieutenant, as I can, because if the Army starts shooting, I know they won't shoot near him. He doesn't seem to mind. The closer he is to me, safer he is from my warriors up at the rocks. Everyone is nervous on both sides. And it wouldn't take much for this meeting to go the bad way. Even though my people and I are afraid of what might happen to us, I think it is the right thing to do. For me, for my people, Gatewood is a good man. I trust him. I can never surrender to the Mexican army.
In 1858, when I was a young warrior, Mexican troops raided our camp near the border town of Jano. At the time, our men were away trading in one of the other towns. They killed everyone they saw. I lost my mother, my wife, Lope, and my 3 kids. There was no need to do that. They were helpless. Lope was my first wife. I've had 9 wives so far. Why? Because they kept getting killed. Also, we lost so many men that we didn't have enough men to go around. So some of us had several wives at a time. Where do you think the Mormons got the idea? They got it from us. When I lost my first family, my heart was very sad. Lope had made our teepee so nice by painting pictures on the inside of the teepee walls. We had warm furs to sleep under, toys for the children, and other wonderful things. After Lope was killed, my heart was bleeding so much because she was gone that I came home and I burned the teepee and everything in it to the ground. I was so sad that it was almost a year before I gathered the war party and we took revenge. That's the Apache way. We must take revenge when any of our people are harmed. And we can't wait too long to do it. Revenge is very important to our people. Soldiers and settlers fear our warriors because we are the world's fiercest fighters. Some people think the sissy Comanches are, but we fought with Bonaparte. They're cheap. In the Battle of Adobe Walls one time. So, I know that isn't true. Fighting alongside them was real scary. Those Indians don't know how to fight. They fight out in the open like white men. That's a good way to get killed. Our way is better. We use the rocks and the brush to hide behind. And when we start to lose, we run away. That way, we live to fight the next time. When we run away, most of our enemies are smart enough to let us go after a while because chasing us is a lot more fun than catching us. For a long time, the settlements near the Mexican border were easy pickings for us when we needed supplies like guns, ammunition, food, blankets, and liquor. We had to steal. We didn't have any other way to get what we needed. There was no Whole Foods on the prairie. Whenever we got what we needed from a town on one side of the border or the other, pretty soon here they come after us. Remember, we never money. So everywhere we shopped, people got mad. So we raid a town or a village on one side of the border and then run to the other side of the border to get away from the blue coats or the Mexicans. We had good places to hide on either side. North of the border, we had the Dragoon Mountains in southeastern Arizona, the Gila Mountains in New Mexico. Life was good there. In Mexico, we hid out in the Sierra Madre, the mountain range. Life was good there too. It was safe, there was lots of food, and the weather was good. The women would catch up on their work, the men would rest, play games all day. If one person won too much in a gambling game, we'd raid a nearby village to replenish what we lost. It was great fun. And the Mexicans weren't very successful in tracking us to get their stuff back. We almost always got away. All they got was mad. Later on, when the Americans and the Mexicans signed a treaty, they said that either side could cross the border if they were chasing us. It got more dangerous. The blue coats would follow us until we were forced to fight. They would have never found us except the Army started using Indian scouts